this episode, we are going to South Dakota, visiting the famous President's Hill and Crazy Horse Hill.
It's the Miners Gateway. Keystone, South Dakota. Baymont, that's where we're staying.
That's right. Wow, look at the town. It's very different, like the cowboy town.
And we have
We can have breakfast here if we want. It's all wooden building, very retro to me. And its quality is in concrete. For helicopter.
more helicopters. South Dakota, crash helmets optional.
A lot of activity along the road.
What's the motorbikes doing? Number 2. We are at Mount Rushmore National Memorial, and we will be meeting the President. 4 presidents, in fact. Only been here a short while, but already impressed. We only need to pay for parking. Great value. The drive from Denver is over 6 hours. We made it.
No.
The presidents are carved out of the rock face. We've arrived early, so there are not yet any crowds. A good chance to get our bearings and look around. We are at Mount Rushmore, and everyone knows the 4 presidents behind us: Roosevelt, Abraham, Lincoln, Jefferson. But it's touching that they've also honoured here Gutzon Borglum, who was the main sculptor, the main architect, and his son Lincoln. And also they have listed every one of the workers who was involved in the sculpting, which I think is a very, very touching initiative. They should be proud. We're heading for the presidential trail, but have a little way to go. As you approach the presidents, you pass the flags of every state in the US of A. The trail leads to the base of the rock face and will give us some closer views of the presidents. It's nicely shaded, and make sure you explore the twists and turns. Suddenly there's an alternative, majestic sight. First we have George Washington, the first American president. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president, the first to be assassinated, sadly not the last. Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd president. Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th and most recent of the presidents on Rushmore. Work commenced in 1927 and was completed in 14 years. Some of the original equipment is on display. Initially, there was not even a power supply. Staff provide explanatory lectures on how the faces were carved. Initially they were to be much bigger, but that proved too difficult and too costly. As we leave, we get a different view of George Washington. We'll be returning here later this evening. Now we're heading to the Crazy Horse Memorial. Chief Crazy Horse is one of the most famous indigenous tribal leaders. His memorial is much larger than Mount Rushmore. Although considerably more expensive, the memorial includes a large museum dedicated to the indigenous tribes. The museum contains a mix of art and history. You need to hunt around to find what you're looking for. A short film explains the memorial. Probably best to start here. Back outside we can see the rock carving and a model of the finished product. There's still plenty of work to be done. Popular with bikers, but overall disappointing. 74 years work and nowhere near completion. Early evening and we're back at Mount Rushmore. We're here for the lighting up ceremony and the lowering of the flag. It will fill up soon.
Rules that involve showing kindness, respect, and humility to one's associates.
The flag will be taken down by veterans who are in the audience. Solemn, moving, and touching.